Once I wondered for an answer from my life. Balance everything out. I just I just want to know why am I suffering. Keep everything aside. My life problems, my family, relationships, keep everything aside and then just tell me why am I suffering? It didn't take long to find that answer, and I found the answer in a very simple term, which is courage. I know you will not recognize it, but I'm telling you, if you are courageous, you just don't need anything to live your life happily. If you are courageous, so yeah, today's video is all about that. And why am I emphasizing this word? Because when I was alone, when I was fighting with everything that was going on with me, in within me, I gathered that courage to face that. That's why I'm here. When I was totally out of my hand, out of my mind, I gathered the courage to fix it. That's why I'm here. I did every single thing with that one thing, which was courage. That's what have got me here. So, see, courage is not always about doing something big. It's not always about fighting a war. It's not about that all the time. For me, courage is like eating junk food. It's a basic thing. Everyone does that. But eating healthy, it's a courageous work. um, Following the trends and doing whatever the hell is going in this world, except of prioritizing your own mental and physical well-being. That's a common thing. Everyone does that. But following your own true self and being who you are, it's a courageous work. That's a courageous work, and that's all I am saying to you. It takes a long to be courageous. I'm being honest, okay? I've been always that person who was courageous, but it took me a long time to stand up for myself. It took a lot of work to be confident enough to speak up for myself and to just do whatever I wanted to do and what I really appreciate doing. It takes a lot of courage, and it the courage takes a lot of work. And this courage only comes when you start, when you just accept. Okay, it when you just accept, then the courage comes. If you know that eating junk food will cause you a lot of diseases, and you accept it that this is the truth, then you will rarely eat anything unhealthy, and you become the courageous person. It doesn't take a lot of efforts, it just need acceptance. I am telling you, if you just accept everything, you're the most courageous and most powerful person. And you can do whatever you want to do. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm being serious, okay? I have no scripts. I have no clue what I'm gonna talk about. But this was something that changed my life. I was that person who used to, compromise with the things that I wanted to do, I wanted to achieve, or whatever. I always compromised because I never thought I was that courageous. I was that person who could have that. I didn't have that acceptance. I didn't have that courage. That's why I wasn't really doing anything in my life. I wasn't really achieving anything in my life. But the day when I started understanding this, that I only need to have the courage to live my life. It doesn't take a even single thing to cry, to be sad all the time, to be depressed and showing uh, changing according to the situation which are outside. It's a common thing, everyone does that, and that's why human are becoming more than a human being, right? They are becoming like, I don't know what I should say to them, but seriously, it takes nothing at all to be that depressed, to be sad. But it takes courage to laugh. It takes courage to be happy. It takes courage to be peaceful. It takes courage to be blissful. And that's what I want you to do. That's how I want you to live. Don't live like a total mess. Okay, don't live like a total mess. I want you to live as a courageous person who understands things, who is mature enough, who accepts the truth. See, we don't accept the truth. If we accept and feel that truth, we will never do anything wrong in our life. I'm telling you, you will never regret in your life if you live as a courageous person. You didn't speak in that particular event or whatever was that to that particular person because you didn't think that you were courageous enough to do that. It takes courage to do what is needed to be done. It takes courage. And it's very easy to do whatever the hell other people are doing. It's very easy. It's very easy to follow the trend. It's very easy to follow and wear the trendy clothes. It's very easy. Seriously. The courageous work is something very different and also which is needed to be done. I don't know how to make you understand, but this is really a truth. It's very easy. It's very, 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 very easy to do things which people are doing all the time. It's very easy. Yeah, it takes hard work. It takes a lot of work, but still it's very easy because there is no, a wall which is going to be against you because everyone is doing that same stuff. But it takes courage to do different. It takes courage to do what really has to be done. In my video, like I think, no, I know that I make the most weird content on YouTube because I don't know, but I speak of myself. I speak what I want to. Uh, I want you to learn this because I want you to live a peaceful and happy and blissful life. I don't want you to throw false things on you. I am being true, okay? This is my house, this is my room, and this is how it looks. I'm not faking anything, and this is my how my skin looks. I don't do any makeup on my face, except of these, like some of the accessory I put on. I don't wear anything because I just want you to accept the truth. I just want you to be courageous enough to accept the truth. It takes a lot of courage to accept the truth, to even listen to the truth. People don't live the life, a happy and peaceful life, because they are just not open to accept the truth. They are not courageous enough to accept the truth. I know I'm using a lot of the same words, and same sentences over and over again, but this is the truth, okay? And I am so sick of it, where I can see the truth plainly on the surface, and even people can see that they are just pretending to, you know, they are just pretending that they don't see that. But in fact, in reality, they do. And that's what I want you to say. It takes courage. It takes courage. And I want you to be courageous enough to see the truth and, see, literally see that truth. Because people don't have that inside courage that they are looking at something. They even can see the plain truth in front of their eyes and still they are pretending that they don't see that. That's how I don't want you to be. Please, okay? Please accept the truth. You can see through your eyes, through your own eyes, okay? I don't have to say anything. I don't need to say even that junk food is bad for you. You know that, but you are not accepting because you're not courageous. That's simple thing. I don't need to say you that these kind of relationships are bad for you. You know it already. You know that in this particular relationship you feel drained, you feel like total shit. Still you are being in that particular relationship because you are not courageous enough to accept it. You are not courageous enough to accept the truth that this is not for you. You need to change and you need to move on and accept it. Even if I tell you, okay, this is something you are interested in or not, you still know what is for you. Okay, you still know what you want to do, but still you are not doing. If you are not doing, then you are not courageous enough to accept the truth. But I want you to say that even your parents don't have the courage to accept the truth. Even they are in their mid 30s or 40s or maybe 50s, they don't have, they didn't, they still have not gathered the courage to accept it. But I want you to train just now. I want you to be courageous enough that you don't regret your life after 20 to 20 years later. Okay, because when you're not courageous enough, you are going to, gather a lot of stuff. And I am telling you, when you have a lot of stuff, first thing, you cannot balance a lot of things and carry a lot of things without having the burden on your shoulder. You will definitely have that. So when you have a lot of things, you will never get a time to clean them. You will never get the time to eliminate some of those things which are not for you. But that's what takes courage. That's what takes courage, to eliminate, to discriminate, to take, to clean. It takes courage. It takes courage to put only those things on your bucket, in your bucket, which are good for you. Okay. I never ever enjoy the idea of it, good and bad, totally. But I always emphasize the same thing can't be good for two-person either. Okay. For me, which is good, maybe this is for the worst thing for you. Which is the worst thing for you, maybe for some other person this is the diamond. So you just can't identify a single thing into good and bad. It depends who you are. It depends how you see things. You understand this? When you will understand this, you will become the most peaceful person. Okay, because you know that, okay, I love this person and I respect this person, I literally know the worth of this person, but still this is not for me. She or he is not for me. You gather that maturity. You you start understanding that something, sometimes it's good to leave something for their good and for your benefit also. It it is the maturity. Even though I love a lot of people, I have a lot of people in my life, still I don't think they are for me. I still respect them, I still love them, and I will always be loving them. That's not the point. Because this is who am I, this is how I live my life. I don't want to make any mess in my life with people and with anyone. I don't have literally time to make that things up. I have time to live my life. I just want to live my life. And that's what I am trying to say you. It takes courage to live life. It takes courage to leave people. It takes courage to have new people. It takes courage to do things you wanna do. It takes a lot of courage. The people you see on social media who are living their dream life and they're loving, they are happy in their life. You know what? Will you ask them? If you ask them a single question, they will always say that they just needed courage. They just needed courage and an understanding and acceptance that if you want to take anything, you need to clear the old. Okay, if I say in my own experience, see, when I was working on myself, I I needed to clean my old self. I needed to leave that. That's how I am becoming my new self. I'm still my old self in a lot of ways, but still I'm working on it. But where I'm improving, I'm living my old self. That's where I'm becoming new. So if you're not ready to leave your the like past life or past self or whatever you were doing, you cannot become new. See, you just look at the nature and you will see how life works, and it just goes on. It just goes on. You cannot control it. You cannot make power on it. That's how a life is. But it takes courage. I wanted to just tell you one thing. If you want control on your mind, if you want to be very happy and peaceful in your life, it takes courage. It takes courage to put the work, to put efforts in what you wanna, if you in what you want. It takes courage. It takes courage to wake up in the morning, early in the morning, to do whatever has to be done for your mental and physical health, and then do whatever is needed. It takes courage too. People are wasting their life scrolling through their screens at the midnight, and they are waking up very late, too late in the morning, like in the afternoon. It doesn't take any courage. Okay, it's a they have become servant of their mind, and I want you to be master of your mind. I want you to understand the cycles of your mind, the patterns of your mind, so that you can eliminate them and do something different. If you have the habit that if you see food in front of your face in a pot or a bowl, you just start eating. That's a pattern. But once you understand this is a pattern, you can stay there. You can stay there in front of that particular plate which has your favorite food in it, and you can still look at that and don't want to eat. This is how your mind is. Once you understand the patterns, once you understand your mind, you become instantly courageous and enormously. You become fearless. And I love being that person. And I want you to be that person who is fearless, who is courageous enough to live their life in different ways. Once you just understand your patterns, only then you can break them. I always say, and I can't stress it enough, if you want to change anything, you must be aware. So if you when you see your mind, when you just try to understand your mind, you will see you become very aware and mindful, and then you start breaking your boundaries. The patterns are your boundaries, and when you break them, when you break those boundaries, you have gained the power to release the old and do something better, do something different, do something that has to be done, not what other people are doing, not other people were doing for so long. Don't do the same thing always. Okay, sometimes you just do whatever has to be done, if it's new or old or ancient or whatever it is. What has to be done, you must know that, and you must do that. This is life, and if you don't do that, some other person will come and do that. So don't take yourself so seriously that okay, this is I'm only the person who can do this particular work, and if I'm not here, no one will do that. No, a lot of people are there out there who will do the same work. But if you have if you get that opportunity to do particular work, you must do it with devotion, intensity, and total surrender. I want you to understand this, and it takes courage. It takes courage to do that. Okay, it takes courage to live life, and it takes nothing to live life. So live your life. I want you to say, whoever is watching this video, please be courageous. Be courageous. Okay, it takes courage to think of this particular sentence. Okay, it takes courage to even think of this phrase, to be courageous. And thank you so much for watching this video. It took me a lot of courage to make this particular video because I didn't have any script. I didn't know whether whatever what I will be talking about and all. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. And I am so thankful for your love and support. And just comment me how you find this video. And I'll get you soon with a new amazing healthy topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye.